Hi there. Thanks for stopping by. I just wanted to demonstrate this app. It's 2:34 here in Big Bear Lake and 8:31:12, and I've made these apps to demonstrate what these things can do and how they would be able to help connect you with your niche market. And so this is a real estate app that I put together as a demonstration. And down here on this button here, you can just one-touch call, and then you would do that, and then you go back, and you can also plug in an address to your office building or your location, and you'd be able to navigate through Google Maps or whatever your phone is. And this is an Android app, by the way. And you can also send an email as well. Okay, then there's an About Us button, which is totally customizable. You can say whatever it is that you want to say there. I just put we are a kick-ass team of real estate professionals. I thought that was kind of interesting. You can also put your logo in here. Here's the locations or location button. You can have a logo appear on the screen as well. This is just a demo logo I got off the internet, and then added the demo Big Bear real estate thing on there. And then you can have your hours here with the same logo, and then the services that you offer. And you can also change the size of the font. You can highlight, you can italics, you can do, you can underline, you can do all the regular things. You can change the font color if you wish. It's very customizable. And then that was the More tab down here, and it brings up this menu here, and you can have connect it to a website, and that opens in a new browser. This is just one that I found that was optimized for mobile phones, which I thought was pretty cool. And then you can have like streaming RSS feeds from your blog. And you can have one set up where you put all of your under $500,000 properties that you have listed on one, and you could stream something like this. And this one involves different properties that somebody has for sale there in Big Bear. And then here's one. Is that the same one? Oh, that was the same one. Oops. Here's the one that's up to 500,000. This was a little bit better representation. You probably know this guy. Anyway, these would be the properties that you could list. He has his RSS feed off of a blog, which makes it very easy to do that with. And RSS feed is essentially a real simple syndication. So the links that are in here, you can touch it. It'll open in a new browser window, and this would be that particular property that was off of that RSS feed. There's another tiered portion. This can be like if you were doing if I was building one app for a whole office of real estate agents, or you could have offices for multiple locations. You'd be able to have this one. Now I just gave 3 examples. This can be completely full. It's like another menu you can do, and you can just touch, or your customer will be able to touch on, and it'll bring up this person's information. You can actually have a link here to their website or whatever. can have another one for all of your agents. And then you can also have your different store locations if you wish on the same menu, or you can have it exclusively just for your store locations, or completely customizable. And then there's a tab for contact information. This is another menu that where somebody can enter their name and their phone number, and if they have a question about a particular piece of property or whatever, they can put it in there and submit it, and it'll go right to the person who's to the company's email address. You can have a link or a page for your real estate news, which would be a nationwide, and it's based on just a search engine keyword, a keyword like real estate news or financial news or anything like that, and it'll bring up the latest real estate information. And then you can have just local Big Bear news too, and this would be for the 92315 area code, which covers most of Big Bear Valley, obviously. And if you have your streaming, not streaming, your photographs on Flickr, you might, if you don't, I can set you up an account on Flickr, and we can stick all your photographs of all your different listings and stuff on there. And this just happens to be one I thought some interesting metropolitan areas. And it's got some really beautiful photographs. Probably doesn't do it justice with this particular webcam demonstration thing I'm using here, but anyway, those can be your properties or your locations or your kids or your vacation, whatever you want to put in there, essentially. And you can have a link to your Twitter account, and that would pop up. It would be your, here's the Big Bear News. That's a Twitter account that I found. That could be your real estate. You can hook up to your Facebook. And here's the Cartwright team that I found there online, and have a Facebook account. And then you can go to YouTube videos. You have YouTube videos of the properties. We can hook it up just as a general keyword, or we can hook it up to your individual accounts. And I can also help you set those accounts up as well. And then you can have a tab for reviews, or testimonials. And as you can see, I thought this would be interesting as a way to keep the app on your client's smartphone, to have things related to Big Bear and some useful tools too, or a useful tool. You could have it link to Big Bear Weather, which would immediately pop up in a new browser as well. And then you can just go back. That's the Big Bear Weather. And then I've got Snow Summit webcam and also Bear Mountain webcams. And those open up in another browser. The thing about having the other browser too is you can turn your phone sideways to expand it, and it makes it a little bit easier to read. And you can also just go like that. Just spread your fingers apart a little bit to zoom in on those areas that you want. Same thing with the Bear Mountain webcams. And you can zoom in and say that would be the main lodge one there. And you'd be able to zoom in on that if you wished. No, that one doesn't want to zoom too good. Okay. And then also have a barcode scanner for like QR codes. I don't know if any of you are familiar with it. It's these funny little codes that you see everywhere. Well, this barcode scanner would be able to read those, and what you can do with it, if you had QR codes on your for sale signs, instead of having the expense of printing flyers and the rest of it, and I know it wouldn't appeal to it would appeal to the little bit more tech savvy smartphone users, but you could put the thing about these cool is that you could put your the information regarding that particular property, like if you had a web page specifically for it, or just the agent's listing information. They'd be able to scan it with this particular scanner, and a page would pop up or their contact information would appear. And I think that could be a valuable thing to have. Okay, well that's it. That was all of it. All of this is customizable. All of these names, the listings, everything on here is all customizable. You can change those names around. And there's the home button. That'll take you back to the original. Oh, I almost forgot. The coolest part about this is these push notifications, which I can send, and they end up on the notifications bar. And I sent one earlier today, and I linked it to a web page. So I'm just going to touch the notification, and this is the page that I directed it to, and it's the Big Bear Real Estate Demo. Anyway, I can make these customized landing pages, which make it real easy to read on your client's smartphones. Anyway, that's about it. I appreciate you watching, and I'll talk to you later. Thanks.